All right, you guys, I'm back with Guillermo Zapata from the clouds. Now say it in Spanish. It's Spanish, right? Yeah, say it in Spanish.
Las Nubes.
Okay, I don't want to butcher it because my
Can you try
accent
it?
is
Can you try it?
Las Nubes.
Perfecto.
Las Nubes. Oh, you're
Perfect.
so good. You're so good.
You do it just
you
right.
are
Perfect.
so sweet.
Las Nubes.
You know what was perfect? This movie. You guys, it was so good. It was so intense, so emotional.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's hard to say something after I hear that what you said.
Yeah.
It really touched me. That's why I feel like because it is something that the whole team, director, actors, everyone, put the heart in there. So
Yeah.
when you put a heart in there, so
Oh my gosh.
that proved that
Okay, this
you
is
can
you guys.
definitely do that.
This is such an emotional. It's very intense, and they don't break character. This is such good acting and such good directing. It's beautiful.
Right.
The cinematography is amazing. Whoever was your director of photography, DP, cinematography team.
Actually,
wow.
the brainy was the director, Eduardo Pinto.
All of it.
So he should have a big award.
Okay.
He was not only,
Okay.
he wrote the script, he directed, he did the whole photography. He's the kind of director that today, he put his camera, hold the camera.
Yeah.
Which there are not many directors that do that.
No.
Usually they are sitting in there looking and acting, looking in, no, he's really worked hard to make this film done. And that allowed actors to to be free, to really work in that, because it's not like, I want you to, he let it be,
Yeah. Yeah.
And he trusts the people that whoever going to work in his team will be prepared enough to do the job that he wanted to.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have so many questions I want to ask you that are total spoilers.
Right.
So I'm going to try to avoid that as much as possible. One of my favorite shots, actually, believe it or not, was Danny's mom.
Right.
Right? The shot of her, she's leaning out the window of her apartment,
Right.
and it's that pan out
Right.
from the window
Uh-huh.
and just seeing like the apartment building in the city. That was so beautiful and so moving.
It is amazing because Natalie, my wife, that she's there, she came with me. Well, that's the shot that she mentioned from day one.
Really?
Totally. I mean, we will talk about with her later
Yeah.
which one it is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, the way that he shot that, so you can just see the pain of her for what happened.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, start see the whole world, because, whatever you see after that, it is a world, it's a third world country, is a world that, the whole pain that she's suffering, you can see the whole building is in pain, the whole
Yes.
colors and whatever you see in there is
Yes.
full of pain.
One of the things that was really striking to me that I think a lot of Americans, especially if they've never left this country, they would find so hard to believe. You see the buildings, right? You see where people live, and it's, just brick walls with
Right.
no roof and dirt floors. And we're here, and we're thinking if we only have one flat screen, we're poor
Right.
and we don't have anything. But I mean, just you feel the desperation
Right.
from that movie. You just feel it. So how hard was it to capture that grittiness, that hopelessness? How did you first of all, okay, hold on. Okay. I have so many questions, you guys. Okay. How do you capture that hopelessness,
Right.
but then also have a positive attitude on set?
Yeah, I mean, you have to create live. You have to really
Right?
work. Like I said, you have to think about, as a producer, you have to think about it. Should we film in downtown, or should we go to the suburbs? To the people that they really suffer. You need
Yeah.
to be involved and be the whole month or the whole
Yeah.
preparation and be there. You cannot create this one. So
Yeah.
the director is the key, as well as everything that we mentioned, that he will go and submerge in this world in order to create that.
Yes.
Because whatever you see, that it will be transmitted to your heart as a
Yeah.
spectator. So it is very important for him to communicate
Yeah.
whatever he see that.
Yeah. Well, and okay, again, I want to be careful with spoilers, but one of the scenes that was the most intense for me personally was where the nephew,
Right. Danny.
he messes up,
Right.
okay, and there's an honor among thieves, right? Like even criminals, hardened criminals, have rules that you don't do.
Right.
And so it was interesting to see like this person who's a killer be like, oh, but this is wrong, and I'm going to exercise retribution on you.
Right.
I'm going to exercise justice.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's another demonstration of what life is all about, you know.
Yeah.
And especially touch, like you say, you know, he's a criminal. He's somebody that, you know, he tried to do bad, but at the same time, we don't want to show that, because even if he's a person like that, he had a heart inside, you know.
Right.
What I mean? Every single person, for real, they have a heart.
Yeah.
You know, they have feeling there. So even if he's the worst person because he's a criminal and he want to do bad, we try to show that he is a human.
Right.
And this is something that, you know,
because
good actors
people
have
are
to
complex.
really right. Exactly.
Yes, yeah, people are complex, right? So even Danny, even though he was a dirtbag,
Right.
he still had a mom who loved him.
Totally, and he
Right.
loved his uncle, and he want to, you know, maybe do something, you know, steal money in order to help his mother, you know, every single man. But, you know, we don't want to, you know, justify, you know, criminals or
Yes.
whatnot. But what we try to do as a filmmakers is just to give the real life that probably they are in another
Yeah.
side, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what our mission is, you know, not justify, otherwise more than show, you know, how human beings are, you know.
Yeah. Well, and I love that you brought in, it was the whole range, right? So
Right.
you can be the bad guy, right?
Right.
We can be the tough guy, we can be emotional, we can do whatever. But then that intimate moment where you are kind of realizing, you know, that the world has crashed down on you,
Right.
and you can channel that emotion and that sadness and that grief as well.
Right.
That is so amazing.
For the rest of his life. So it was challenge for me, and it's something that I like challenge. But by the way,
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that, you know, whatever is a challenge, I that's motivate me to keep going.
Yeah.
And this character, it was like that. You know, he was just a normal family, a simple guy that he have a you know, middle class people, but there is something happening in his childhood, and that's what we're talking about. You know, in real life, which is how important is mental health, because you know, when something like that happens, if you have the right help. Not only for him, for the family, but in that moment for him, he completely lost everything.
Yeah.
He lost his family. He lost his. So for the rest of his life, he was ill.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he got like a internal desire to do good, to justify
Yeah.
the accident, and he was
Yeah.
not able to do that. And that's why he was trying to mix in this life of crime
Yeah.
in order to probably justify something.
Yeah,
But at
totally.
the same time, you know, whatever money he will do something special with that money. And like I said, we don't want
Yeah.
to anticipate too
No,
much.
no, that's why you guys, great actors, your co-stars are all fantastic.
Thank you. I will pass the message to all of them. And
Yes. Yeah. You guys, what let's do a movie together. I want to do a
Right.
movie with
Argentina
y'all
is
now.
full of talent. I'm so glad to invest in Argentina. You know,
Yeah.
it is a good investment.
Yeah.
You know,
I
because
could-
you know, you can find the talent, you can find the people behind the camera, which they are willing to work.
Yeah.
So you know, it's something to think about it.
Well, here's the deal, you guys. If you are lucky enough to have the clouds or Las Nubes,
Correct.
Las Nubes, if you are lucky enough to have this screen at your festival, you got to share it with everybody. It's beautiful. It's well directed. It's well shot. It's well acted. Easily best of fest, in my opinion.
Thank
So
you.
thank you.
Thank you for the
Thank you for being
opportunity.
here.
I'm glad to be in
Heck
in
yeah.
Austin. I mean, it's amazing to
Yeah.
first time for me to be in the city.
Ah,
I live in Los
welcome.
Angeles, California, which is you know,
Ooh.
it is not nearby, but you know,
Yeah.
I took this opportunity with a lot of pleasure
Excellent.
and proud to be here.
Excellent. Well, you're going to have to make sure you get some barbecue before you leave.
You got it. I will
All
try
right?
that, and I will see you in the next
right.
the next festival. I promise to do more
All
film
right, all
and
right.
send it to you guys
All
to
right.
see if
You're-
I'm lucky enough to be
You
here.
got it. You got it. All right, you
Thank you
guys.
so
We'll
much.
see you soon. We'll see you next year.
Thank you.
All right.